in the water. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm a console engineer too. I hope y'all vibing out to the music. I hope y'all loving the music. I'm like a shark in the water. I smell blood. Get ready. Get your drinks, get your snacks, kick your feet up. This show is about to be fire. I'm a console engineer too.
I'm a console engineer too. I have no experience. I'm a console engineer too. I have no experience. I'm a console engineer too. I have no experience. I'm a console engineer. I'm a console engineer too.
You heard it right. I am a console engineer too.
I'm a console engineer too.
What is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, host of When Persona Interviews, and one half of the host of What's Up PlayStation Podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m.
I have no experience.
And I have no experience, but
I'm a console engineer too. I'm a console engineer too.
I'm a console engineer too. Hey, you see the title of this podcast? I'm a console engineer too.
I'm a console engineer too.
And oh boy, is it going to be a lovely, lovely, lovely show today. Shout out to everybody here, man. There's an echo. Oh. Yo, I forgot that I have my, I had the FX on. I'm sorry. I had the FX on. My fault.
I'm a console engineer too. I have no experience.
My fault. I had the echo. What's good, guys? How y'all feeling today, man? Your boy Persona. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Another Monday afternoon, evening show when Persona Speaks. And oh boy, do we have a good show indeed.
I'm a console engineer too.
Cut the cap. Cut the cap. Where's my PlayStation Nation at?
I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Where's my Respect My Time crew?
I got a wife and kid.
Where's the millennials?
You're a millennial piece of shit.
Where is my Great for Gamers crew?
This is great for gamers.
And last but not least, where are all my Spec Ops Twitter engineers?
I'm a console engineer too.
Where are my engineers at? I need my Twitter console engineers to come through. I need the Spec Ops here today.
I have no experience. I have no experience. I have no experience.
Where is my Spec Ops at? I need the Spec Ops, the Twitter engineers, the Twitter armchair developers. I need you all here today. I need all of you here today because oh boy, this show is dedicated to all of you. So I need you here today. Shout out to everybody here, man. I appreciate you guys. Ooh, I've missed you. We didn't have a Saturday show, me and Bari, and oh boy, I felt it. I felt it on my heart. Okay? It hurt. But you know, listen, real life happens. And we couldn't do a show Saturday, but I promise you guys, this Saturday show is going to be magical. It is going to be fire. So make sure, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to What's Up PlayStation YouTube channel, where it is myself and Bari. We host our Saturday morning podcast at 11 a.m. all the time. I hope we see you there. But where are my manners? I
have no experience.
Where are my manners? I didn't shout out everybody in the chat, so let me shout out everybody real quick. Yo, Jamar Bates in the building, probably the best mod on YouTube. Don't act up in the chat. That boy Jamar will get you out the paint. I'm just saying. Yo, Star Guardian 88, what's going on with you, Star Guardian? Appreciate you, bro. Amanda Pemberton in the building, engineer away at Gaming with Persona. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you. Uppercase J in the building. I am fully team Respect My Time, so I'm in the clear. Yo, Jamil, shout out to Jamil, man. No, Jamil, a really long time, man. There was those old school those debates from back in the day, man. Those were some gaming debates, oh boy. Yo, Game at Night, what's going on with you, man? Things are heating up in the PlayStation specs. Listen, we're gonna talk about a Game at Night. Listen, I just graduated from Gaming Twitter University. I just got my degree in console engineering. I'm gonna show you guys my credentials in a second. Give me a second. Let me get through the shouting out everybody. Yo, Damien, what's good, bro? Damien, I appreciate you, bro. Yo, Damien just showed me this crazy 1v6 clutch that he did on Destiny and Comp. I think it was last night he did it, man. I'll show you guys that. That shit was dope. It was dope. Shout out to Damien. Yo, Lorenzo Carson in the building. Lorenzo, how you feeling today? J Gamer UK in the building. J Gamer, how you feeling, bro? Yo, Jesus Morales, what's good, Jesus? How you feeling today, man?
Yo, Blue Mustang 357. Yo, Blue Mustang, where you been, bro? Yo, Blue Mustang, the chat's missed you, bro. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in a minute. Are you okay? Are you good? I am so glad to see you in the chat, Blue Mustang. Let us know. Yo, K-Tech 313. What's good, K-Tech? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Yo, it is really hot outside. My God. Yo, South Star, what's going on with you, man? Hit that like button, y'all. Yes, if you guys enjoy the content, definitely hit the like button. Yo, Acreon, the Alchemist, what is going on with you, Acreon? Yo, Ice Queen Gaming in the building. Ice Queen, appreciate you. My boy, my brother from another mother. Yo, Jay Barry in the building. Shout out to Barry, man. Yo, he did a really good show earlier today too, man. You guys definitely check that out. Really good show. Yo, Valhalla Outcast, thank you so much for subbing to the channel. Appreciate you. Who else is here? Yo, Omar in the building. Omar, how you feeling, bro? I hope you good, man. Who else is here? Who else? Yo, Issa ISA in the building. ISA, how are you, bro? Yo, J767. Jay, how you feeling? Yo, Eric 83, what is going on with you, man? Who else? Stardust, what's good? I don't know if I think I said what's up, Stardust. Yo, Lay, L-E-Y, Lay in the building. Appreciate you. No Cap Podcast, aka Sick Humor TV. Cut the cap. Cut the cap. The No Cap. Shout out to Sick, man. Appreciate you, bro. Who else? Yo, Mr. Go Try Hard Guy Uchiha in the building. I appreciate you, bro. Yo, G Junior, what's good, man? How you feeling today? Juan Sosa Gaming in the building. Appreciate you, man. Make sure I get everybody, man. I don't want to forget nobody, man, because I always appreciate y'all coming through. The early birds. Yo, Quanvo, what's good, Quanvo? Appreciate you, bro. Yo, Eon 8, what is going on with you? Darkest Hero QB in the building. Darkest Hero, how you feeling today, man? Yo, Dan Jill B in the building. Dan Jill, how you feeling today, man? Sinisa Novosel. What is going on with you, Sinisa? I hope you're doing good today. I don't know if you're a boy or a girl. I don't want to disrespect you. So how are you today, Sinisa? I haven't seen you type in the chat either. Shout out to you, Sinisa, if this is your first time. I hope you enjoy your stay. Or if you were someone that was lurking in the chat and finally decided to type in the chat, I appreciate you. So shout out to you, Sinisa. Yo, Nelson Gaming in the building. Nelson, what's good, man? Yo, Games for Eternity in the building. I appreciate you, Games. Appreciate you, man. Always. I think I got everybody. Yo, Link, what's good, bro? Appreciate you, Link. Who else is here? I want to make Blackbeard in the building. Blackbeard, what's good with you? DJ D, what's going on with you? Who else is here? Who else? I want to make sure I get everybody, man. Yo, LD, what's up? I appreciate you. What's good? Yo, Carl Anchor. Carl, what's good, man? Appreciate you. Yo, Jedi Johnny 5 in the building. I appreciate you. Yo, the Meat Gamer, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Hope I can get you through the rest of your day. Nisi did that, the producer. Yo, Nisi, what's up? How you feeling today? Appreciate you, Nisi. Yo, DeFloyd, what's going on with you? Devil Shooter, what is good? Appreciate you. Kakarot the 6th, what's good with you? Jose Bancourt, what's going on, Jose? Appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. Now listen, I told y'all, so I think I got my what's ups out the way. Let me give y'all a round of applause. Round of applause for the people in the chats. Round of applause for the people in the chat. Yo, Chris Righteous, what's up? All right, guys, I told you I would show you my credentials. I told you, actually today I just graduated from Gaming Twitter University. You know, they just sent me my diploma quite quickly, actually. You know, shout out to Edgar 123. He created this for me. Shout out to Edgar, man. But you know, these are my credentials, right? I do want to acknowledge that I did graduate from Gaming Twitter University, and my specialty, my degree is in console engineering. Okay. So again, these are my credentials, ladies and gentlemen. I graduated from Gaming Twitter University. I just graduated today, and they just emailed me my diploma And my specialty is in console engineering. So you guys can trust me.
I'm a console engineer too.
You guys can trust me, okay? Here are my credentials. I spent 4 long years in gaming Twitter University to get my bachelor's degree in console engineering. So clearly what I'm going to talk to you guys about today, obviously I know more than Sony. I know more than Xbox. I know more than Nintendo, okay? When it comes to these consoles, I went to school for this, okay? So I know everything.
I'm a console engineer too.
Okay, so you can listen to your friendly neighborhood persona. You can listen to your uncle persona when it comes to these consoles. Cause here are my credentials. I graduated gaming Twitter today. Okay, like, is this valid enough credentials for you guys? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Okay, I'm showing you my credentials. Okay, so that when we talk about this stuff, I'm speaking from a place of experience. I have my diploma, guys. I have my diploma.
I'm a console engineer too.
Okay, so I am a console engineer. I want you guys to understand this, okay? So you can trust me. Okay, guys? You can trust me. And everything I'm telling you today is going to be okay. I've verified my credentials to all of you. So you know what we talk about today. This is Jamil saying papers, please, in the chat. So what we talk about today, I'm coming from a place of experience because again, I went to gaming Twitter for 4 years. Okay, my specialty, my degree is in console engineering. All right, so I know more than the architects. I know more than Mark Cerny. Okay, I know more than the Xbox architects and and engineers. I know more than Nintendo architects and engineers. Okay,
I'm a console engineer too.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say, guys. You've seen my papers. You've seen my papers. Okay. No, but seriously, listen, guys. I want to start off by saying this. How dare you?
I have no experience.
I have no experience. I just came out of college.
I have no experience.
I don't have any experience in this stuff, right? All right, listen. Let me be serious for a second, guys. All right? Because, you know, we laugh and we make fun of this stuff and, you know, ha ha, he, you know, all that good stuff, right? But, you know, there's one thing I want you guys to understand. And I tell you guys this all the time because, you know, it's very easy to get caught up in misinformation. It's very easy to get caught up in propaganda, and it's very easy to get caught up in this gaming community's grip of trying to make you feel angry about something that really is insignificant or doesn't have any type of, or isn't really that important, right? This is how the gaming community tends to work from what I've seen. Hold on. So the gaming community tends to it works very backwards. Because things that really aren't significant or don't really warrant you being angry. These are the things that people tend to get angry at the most and are the most vocal and tend to think that they are being ripped off or something to that degree or something to that nature because their favorite YouTuber or someone with a large following or big social status told you that you should feel this way, right? Like, you know, my channel is very small, right? I've only got like, you know, I'm almost at 1900 subs. You know, you guys come through, you guys support me. I ain't this huge YouTuber. I'm not this huge person in the social media space. So who the fuck am I, right? Who am I who's gonna listen to what I have to say, right? When it comes to this gaming community stuff, you know? So when it comes to the louder voices, you know, obviously a lot of their words going to carry more weight because of, again, the social status within social media, their following and things of that nature. Oftentimes people on social media tend to believe people with a larger following or with a much deeper social status because they think, oh, well, he's got a blue check mark, or, oh, he's got this big following. He wouldn't lie to me, right? Or he wouldn't sell some propaganda or some bullshit. That tends to be how social media works, right? Like, you know, we've all been here for quite a long time. So I think we all can understand, like, you know, it's very easy for misinformation or very easy for people to fall into this trap of believing everything somebody says because of their social status or their following. So within this gaming community, especially within the last 3 to 5 years, right? Yo, GN, what's good, man? Dewan, what's good, man? Appreciate both of you coming through. One of the things that I've noticed for the past couple years that has been happening within this gaming community is people tend to get the most angry about things that are insignificant or don't really matter, but the things that people should really be vocal about and really voice their opinions on or really speak out about, they tend to be mum or quiet. And this goes for both the game community and it goes for influencers and all this other stuff, right? This is the trap that I do not want people to fall into when it comes to this whole Heatsink thing, right? Now, you know, all jokes aside, you know, I did the whole gaming Twitter thing and gaming Twitter universe and all that. Listen, I'm not no, you know, one thing I think a lot of us has to understand, and I don't care how big or small your following is on this social space, right? No one is in the lab, in the board meetings or anything like that when it comes to the design, testing, and creation of any of these fucking consoles. The problem in social media, and this is something I've said quite a bit, and I'm only going to really stick within the realm of the gaming community. One of the biggest problems within the gaming community is that, well, I guess it's social media in general, but again, we'll stick within the gaming community. One of the biggest problems is a lot of people tend to push their anecdotal experience off as fact, or they try to push this notion that because they, you know, and I've said this a long time ago, just because someone can build a gaming rig or someone's a PC gamer or they know about PC parts and all this other shit, they think they know more than they think they're a tech expert, right? Or they think that, you know, they know because they can build a PC from scratch or do all these other things or know about different parts and all this, that they know more than you, right? So they tend to look down upon people who aren't in that space. But then at some point, some of these people tend to get what is called a God complex, right? Especially if they start gaining a following and people tend to come to them for information. They tend to get this God complex where they think that their word is gospel, okay? They think that their word is the end all be all and nothing else matters. What happens is, and this is just my opinion from observing, what happens is a lot of people tend to push off the information that they get or the information that they tend to test or whatever the case may be. They tend to push this information off as fact without actually doing true testing, or they tend to push this agenda based upon, you know, whatever, and it doesn't just have to be an agenda against PlayStation, it could be an agenda against whatever, but the point is that there's an agenda that gets pushed, that they tend to push because they want to sway the conversation in the manner that they feel is more lucrative for them. It's not about the betterment of the gaming community. It's not about putting out the proper information. It's not even about being accurate. It's about pushing the conversation or the agenda in a manner to where it is most lucrative for them, right? What is going to bring in the money for them? What brings in the views? What brings in the clicks, right? This is something we've talked about quite a while ago, where I was saying when it comes to some of these gaming media publication sites, you notice that they're being very critical of PlayStation, or, you know, they're creating these crazy narratives and using PlayStation's name or using, you know, PlayStation's names or using a console war or whatever the case may be to generate traffic and clicks. That is what happens both in the gaming media realm, but also what happens on social media. You know, we've all seen the bait videos and bait titles and bait thumbnails, and then you watch the video and it really is not giving you a good enough information for you to make an informed decision, right? Oftentimes this is rampant through social media, and this is rampant through the gaming community. What the problem with this is, you guys know how I feel about misinformation. Misinformation breeds stupidity. Misinformation can be both detrimental and oftentimes detrimental and hurtful to not just the gamer, but also to the industry. Because again, if there's people, you know, misinformation spreads like wildfire. It breeds stupidity. Word of mouth is something, especially with social media.
word of mouth travels very fast and very far, very quickly. So because of this, oftentimes it is very important, especially for people with much larger followings. It is very important for people to be accurate and true to not just themselves, but true to their viewers and the community when it comes to providing or conveying information. Because again, the misinformation is something that can be extremely detrimental to all sides when it comes to the media, when it comes to the industry, and when it comes to us, the gamer, right? This is very important. And this is something that I continuously preach and push to you guys, because it really is something that really is very important to me. I hate being misinformed. I hate being lied to. I hate not knowing all the facts or the truth, right? This is something that I push. And this is why I always tell you guys, although I prefer PlayStation, you guys know I'm very open about that. Although I do prefer PlayStation, I'm never going to either withhold negative information regarding PlayStation to make PlayStation look good, nor am I going to withhold positive information about another console like Xbox, Nintendo, wherever, just to make prop PlayStation up to be in a better position. No, like I say to you guys before, fans versus enablers. A fan is someone that can speak on both the W's and L's openly and understand that your favorite company, your favorite developer, your favorite console maker, whatever, is good, but there is room for improvement and change. An enabler is someone that will sit on their hands and feet, cover their mouth, and not say a word, even when a company that their favorite company or whatever is moving in a direction that they do not like. Right? That is an enabler, someone that cannot speak up about that stuff and be vocal, right? So let's talk about this whole Austin Evans situation and Heatsink and things like that, right? Because I think it's something that everyone here needs to understand, right? We all have our favorite content creators. We all have our favorite YouTubers, Twitter personalities, whoever. We all have people that we love to watch because they're funny, informative, or whatever the case may be. And I do not see an issue with that in any regard. One of the things I think people need to understand and really be vocal about. Yo, Henry Heck, what's good? Jeff, what's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Sam, Marcus, what's good, guys? Appreciate you. One thing that I think people need to understand is that for a lot of these Twitter personalities, they are nothing but that. I wouldn't dare go into a restaurant and tell a chef how to make his dishes, right? I wouldn't dare, I don't know how, for a lot of us that grew up in a house with like a grandmother or a mom or whatever, when I was a kid, I wouldn't dare go into my mom's kitchen or go into my grandmother's kitchen and tell her how to make her food, right? Tell her how to keep her kitchen, right? That's her place of domain. You understand? Like, I'm only a guest there, right? And when I say a guest, I mean like in the kitchen, because like when I was growing up, my grandmother and my mom, that's their kitchen, right? I'm only a guest in that kitchen. Right, that's theirs. You get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't dare, I don't know how many of us grew up like that or understand that type of analogy or where I'm coming from with that. But essentially what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to being within a specific space that you may enjoy, you may like, but it's you still are a guest within that space, right? And I think this is something that becomes lost upon people within this gaming space who tend to spread misinformation or act like they know it all when they really don't. And like I said, this type of stuff is detrimental and hurtful to the community, especially with the larger following that you tend to gather, right? When it comes to PlayStation, right? Again, PlayStation has been a real hot topic all summer. A lot of it's good. A lot of it has also been negative or tried to be negative, right? And this is one of those times where it is a negative, but it's not a negative in the sense of PlayStation's fault. It's negative due to the misinformation and the wordplay of someone with a large following, and a lot of people utilizing what this person has said and letting that be the fact that they use to say that a console is less than what it is, right? And this is why I say the people who have very large followings, it is very important that you handle your words, your wordplay, and the information that you're pushing out there with care, because it breeds stupidity. You get what I'm saying? Now, with this Austin Evans dude, this dude has always rubbed me the wrong way with how he handles certain products, especially certain PlayStation products. It never really comes off. It doesn't come off as genuine to me, right? And you know, some of you may say, oh well, you're a PlayStation fan, Persona, so of course you're not going to think that. No, I mean, you can sit and see someone who really appreciates PlayStation or just appreciates tech in general, and you can kind of, like with him, like for PlayStation, it's always this weird slant, right? And it's funny too, because I never knew nothing about this dude until the next gen consoles came out, because he had got a controller early and broke it down and did all this crazy stuff. Like I never knew about this dude. I've never seen a video from him. I've never even seen a recommended from this person until the brand new consoles came out. So, and this guy's got millions of followers. So I'm like, yo, like, I don't even know how this guy went under the radar for me, but he did. So, you know, this whole thing, and I'm going to show you guys a picture. You guys know I like my visuals. You guys know I like to show you guys what's being talked about here, right? So one of the things that really is like crazy about this community and how people are is oftentimes things aren't genuine. Oftentimes people tend to speak and not really, their words aren't sincere, right? It's more so, again, for outrage, clicks, you know, misinformation, propaganda, and agenda, right? You know, all these different things, right? So what we're looking at here, and obviously I think you guys, matter of fact, let me pop the chat out so I can see what y'all talking about while we talk about this, right? Let me pop that chat out. Pop that chat out. Yo, Mooch, what's good, bro? Appreciate you always, man. Shout out to Mooch. All right. So one of the things that you know, obviously what's really got a lot of people up in arms is the fact that, so PlayStation released a brand new SKU, and this SKU is lighter, and it has the stand screw for the for the people that are scared of screwdrivers and shit, you know. So now you can turn the stand screw with your finger, and it's got like grip on it now and whatnot. So now you can, you know, really do what you got to do, whatever. So, you know, Austin Evans, he breaks down the console, both consoles, because he's like, he wants to figure out why the console is much lighter on the PlayStation side, on the new PlayStation SKU. All right, cool. Like, you know, we all have inquisitive minds. We all a curious mind, and we all want to know, you know, it's, you know, whatever. No harm, no foul. I really don't see an issue there, right? So, you know, we get down to the console, we get down to the guts of the console, and we finally get, within the video, he gets to the heatsink, right? So the heatsink that you're looking at on the left is the original PS5 heatsink, right? A beefy heatsink. You know, it's got a lot of copper, a lot of things on it. You know, so it's a lot going on here, right? The heatsink that we're looking at, and what you're looking at on the right, is the new SKU's heatsink, right? And the new SKU is obviously it's much smaller, it's much less copper, right? It's still positioned pretty much the same, but you know, obviously some of the sync pads or whatever you fucking want to call it, some of that stuff is much less when you look at the original PS5 model, right? And you know, even like over here, like we look here, this is a little less than here, and you know, the not the vapor, I was gonna call it the vapor chambers, but the like the exhaust pipes and whatnot between one section of the heatsink is a little smaller. Like you see, there's more space here, so that's much smaller. But you know, the pipes, you know, everything is still pretty, in my opinion, it still looks it's a fucking heat sink, right? Like it's supposed to do what it does, which is keep everything cool and you know, make sure that heat is being moved in the proper directions and all that good stuff, you know, whatever, right? And so, you know, obviously as soon as they saw this, it was the outrage concern. Oh my God, whoa, that's much different, much smaller. Oh my God, wow, that's gonna cause some, you know, and see, here's the problem. That's gonna cause some overheating, and oh my God, why is that so small? They definitely went cheap, and oh yeah, if you're buying one of these versions of the PlayStation, it's definitely gonna overheat. You're definitely gonna have problems. Let's check the thermal. Oh yeah, it's 9 degrees hotter. Oh man, it's gonna overheat. Those parts are cooking, and like, you know, all this stupid shit, right?
I have no experience.
You know, again, no real world testing. This is all done in the course of a 13 minute video that these assumptions were made, right? As we all know, true testing is not done in an instant. True testing is done over time. That's one. Two, when it comes to the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 5 has the variable, what's it called? The variable, Jesus Christ. I just had it on the top of my head. The variable frequency for both the GPU and CPU, to where unnecessary use of power is not happening within this console. Based on the game that's being used, the efficient amount of power is being used. It would never be at the max. It would always be at the required based on the game being played. I think people underestimate how smart this console is. Or maybe they're so ignorant they don't give a fuck to acknowledge it. That's the first thing. Here's the second thing. What lab were you in during this console's creation? I'm asking all of these fucking tech channels this shit. What lab are you in? But more specifically, I'm asking Austin Evans. What labs were you in when this console was being tested? When the console was being created? What labs were you in? This is like one of the biggest problems with human beings when it comes to the internet. I think the internet has made us, you know, one of the greatest things about the internet is the internet has connected unlikely people together, right? Like, you know, you guys would have never known anything about me if it wasn't for the internet. I am forever grateful for the internet's reach across our society within the world. But you know what the internet has also done? It has also made stupid people or people who think they know more than they fucking do. It makes them think that they can tell you that a console is going to overheat and tell you that a console is poorly made without actually having any experience with creating the console. That's the problem. Everyone has social media, everyone has a voice. YouTube, everyone has a fucking voice, right? And fine, you know, some people's voices need to be a little lower than others, but everyone has a voice, right? And that's fine, right? Freedom of speech, blah, 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 whatever, right? But here's the problem. Everyone with a voice, or everyone within this space who tends to speak, do not speak from a place of experience. You know how we talk about that with games, guys? For those that have been following me for a long time, you know how we always would talk about that with video games? About how, you know, oftentimes with a lot of people within this community, they tend to speak on games without coming from a place of experience. So because they're not coming from a place of experience, oftentimes the things that they say are surface level. They do not go into details. They cannot give you any specifics or details. They only say these things, these, you know, like for instance, you know, what's the game? Like Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island, right? Oh, how is it? Oh, it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. You know, you know, what's great about it? Like, how you feel about the world? And oh yeah, the world's cool. Like, they don't go into no details. It's very surface level. It's very limited into what they're saying, right?
I have no experience.
right? And you sitting there looking like,
Cut the cap.
you gotta cut the cap. That's a problem with this. That's a problem within this community. Because I would love to know, what console did Austin Evans create from the ground up? What laboratory has Austin Evans worked in during the creation of this console? Where? Yo, Rome, what's up, man? Where? What experience does he have creating a console? Well, see, here's the problem. He has a following. He's got a very large following. His word, again, a lot of people look at his word as gospel. That's why this whole video and the things that he was saying, it ran through the community like wildfire. And you got all these roaches coming out using this information as, oh yeah, this is a worse PS5. It performs worse than all this other shit without having any factual evidence or information of such.
I have no experience. I'm a console engineer too.
And then you get the Spec Ops armchair devs on Twitter. You know they see this and they're gonna run with it. You know they're gonna see this and they're gonna run with it. And they're gonna tell you why you shouldn't buy a PS5 because of some Austin fucking Evans video. Are you kidding me?
I'm a console engineer
Cut
too.
the cap. Cut the cap.
They're an anomaly.
Cut the cap.
Are you kidding me? But this is what the community's come to. No evidence, no information, no true real world evidence or information of such. And Mark Cerny and the creators, architects, engineers that created this console, their word means nothing. That's what people are saying. Some fucking guy named Austin Evans' word holds more weight than Mark Cerny and the creators of the console.
I'm a console engineer. I have no experience.
Cut the cap.
I have no experience. I have no experience.
Cut the cap.
Do y'all see how crazy that is? But also, do you see how dangerous misinformation is? What real world experience, what real world testing backs up anything of what Austin Evans has said in his video? What real world testing proves that the smaller heatsink means that the console is going to run hotter and fail and overheat? What real world testing? Who knows more than the architect and the engineers at Sony? Somebody tell me.
I have no experience.
Cut the cap. Cut the cap.
Who knows more? Somebody tell me. Who knows more? Who knows more? Who are you gonna listen to? You think that this new SKU that came out wasn't tested? You don't think PlayStation was collecting real world data and doing extensive testing before putting these consoles out? Who knows more?
Cut the cap.
Somebody tell me. Who knows more than the creators of the console? Who knows more? I'll answer it for you. Nobody.
I have no experience.
Who knows more? But you guys fall for this every single time. You let these dudes gaslight you. You let these dudes spread this misinformation to you, and then, then you start getting up in arms for nothing. I don't care how large their following is. Unless you were sitting in that room during the design, creation, build of this console, you don't know shit.
Cut the cap.
Yo, shout out to you, GN. I appreciate you, bro. He says, armchair devs be like, feelings, opinions over facts and experience. Clout is apparently enough to determine truth these days. Shaking my GN, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. Listen, the man has a large following. The things he say is most definitely gonna ring. It's gonna carry like gospel because of his following. I don't give a fuck how large this man's following is. Respectfully, listen. Shout out to his success. You know, I'm more power to you, bruh. But when it comes to speaking on the facts, when it comes to speaking on what this console can and can't do and its capabilities and the performance, you are not qualified.
I have no experience.
Cut the cap.
I'm a console engineer too.
It's time to cut the cap. It's time to cut the cap across the board. And listen, I get it, because what he said and did worked. What he said and did work. People are talking about him. People are making articles about him. The video's got millions of views already. His name is running through the gaming community. He is relevant. It's smart. It's smart. Because he's getting what he wants: the clicks, the money, the traffic, the exposure. Very smart. Very smart. But I'm smarter than the average bear. I don't give a fuck how I don't care how large your following is. Your word rings no gospel here. Your word holds no weight here. Your word is no facts here.
I have no experience.
Cut the cap.
And this is what you guys, this is what you guys have to understand. You gotta stop letting these people take you off your mound. Who created this console, guys? Who created the console? Mark Cerny? The man talked to developers, engineers, did a lot of testing. Has the thermal is liquid cooling, liquid cooling thermal. You really think they're gonna cut corners and jeopardize a PR nightmare? And then people want to say, oh, well, now PlayStation's turning a profit. Now we see why. And, yo, I'm telling you guys, and you guys, you're not hearing me. I want you guys to hear me and understand something, man. In this gaming space, there are a lot of people, both in the gaming community and in this gaming industry, that hate PlayStation. They hate PlayStation's success. They're tired of it. They want it to stop. They don't like that PlayStation doesn't play fair with these influencers and giving free shit and all this and trying to be buddy with these nobody ass fucking content creators and shit. They don't like it. They don't like that PlayStation's not sending them free swag. They don't like that PlayStation's not doing any, PlayStation or the developers is not doing interviews with their publication sites. They don't like that PlayStation executives aren't going to their podcast. They don't like that PlayStation is putting out the best games and putting even third-party developers to shame. They don't like that PlayStation's winning. So how do you take PlayStation off the top? Through the people.
Cut the cap.
And listen, I know what y'all thinking. Oh, Persona, you're overreacting. Persona is not that big a deal. Persona is not that important. Cool. But if you were one of the people that was sharing that bullshit about overheating and all this other shit because of a small heat sink, you're part of the problem. So you do care, and it is that important to you. If you're one of those people that always has to just always be in a fucking gaming conversation to give your 2 cents about something, then it is important to you. If you're one of those people that are always in the middle of console war tweets and console war bullshit, then it is important to you. If you're one of those people that sit on podcasts and spread misinformation and spread lies and propaganda, all for a quick buck, all to prop up another console or another company, then it is important to you.
Cut the cap.
It is important. Because if it wasn't important, you wouldn't be here. If it wasn't important, you wouldn't be doing podcasts on it. If it wasn't important, you wouldn't even be within this space. You know how many people that play games that don't do podcasts, don't be on Twitter and gaming conversations, they just play games. If it really wasn't that important to you, you wouldn't be in this space. So it's very much important to you. You don't gotta lie to us. You ain't gotta cut. You gotta cut the cap. You gotta cut the cap. Because it is important to you. Because if it wasn't, you wouldn't be here. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be commenting. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be talking about this anywhere. It is very important to you. And this is the problem. A lot of people shout out to my boy Barry, too cool for school, motherfuckers. They too cool to admit that they care about this gaming shit more than others. Listen, man, I've told you guys this. I tell you guys this all the time, a million times. Y'all love gaming, man. I've been gaming since I was 4 years old. I'm 30. I've been gaming majority of my life. Gaming has been a very big part of my life. You understand? I love gaming. I respect the hobby. But this misinformation shit, it is, I'm telling you guys, and I know a lot of you are like, oh no, misinformation is not that. I'm telling you, if this stuff keeps happening, it's fundamentally getting worse, as you can see. Because you got some dude that has no console making experience. And like I said to you guys, just because you could build a gaming rig don't mean you're a tech expert, bro. I'm sorry. You're not no tech expert, man. You ain't at the Pentagon stopping Russian hackers and shit from hacking into the military missiles. Like, you're not no tech expert, bro. Like, let's keep it a stat, bro. You are a gaming PC enthusiast. You are an enthusiast. Let's keep it a stack here, guys. Let's really keep it a stack here, bro. Let's be real with ourselves and let's be real with these people. They are not tech experts. Just because you can do some Lego Build-A-Bear bullshit with a PC and you know the clock speeds of a rig and all, you're not no tech expert, bro. You are an enthusiast that just happens to have a following. Let's keep it a stack here, man. Because push come to shove, you don't know how to build this. You don't know how to actually build the graphics card itself. You don't know how to create the CPU itself. You don't know the mathematical equations required to put this shit together. That's the tech expert, the person that's manufacturing and creating this shit. That is the tech expert, not you. But a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. Especially the spec ops. A lot of you guys don't want to hear that. It's the same thing with video games. You're not a developer, bro. You don't know how the code is supposed to be written. You don't know how which line break is meant for what, for which line of code. You don't know none of that. You are an enthusiast. You don't know nothing about that. Nothing. So this is your reality check, enthusiasts. This is people's reality check when it comes to this information. This is people's reality check when it comes to spreading this bullshit. These people that you follow and love and hang on their every word, I got news for you, baby. They don't know shit. Come a little closer, come a little closer. Come a little closer to the screen, because I want you to hear this. That person that you think you hang on their every word, that person that you hang on everything they say, I'm sorry, baby. They don't know shit. They're not an expert. They are an enthusiast with a following. And you can't handle that. And that's okay. That's why your Uncle Persona is here. Because we are going to get through this together. Because when push comes to shove, if someone were to plop them into a board meeting and ask them to explain how this GPU is created, you know what they're gonna be like?
I have no experience. I have no experience. I have no experience. I have no experience.
That's when they're gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a console engineer too. I have no experience.
That's what they're gonna say. That's what they're gonna say.
I have no experience.
That's what they're gonna say. Yo, Sergeant, what's up? He says, remember when Sony said they were monitoring the temps of the PS5 around launch and they have the data and most likely know what they are doing? Of course. They've been monitoring all this stuff since before launch for a ton of different games to see how the CPU and GPU and the CPU, the GPU, and the heat dissipation and all that, and how that's working, how the variable frequency is working, and what heat is being dissipated from where the most. You don't think they're not testing this stuff? And what about slim consoles? Oh, we going there.
I'm a console engineer too.
Remember, guys, I'm a console engineer.
I'm a console engineer too.
Remember, guys, I'm a console engineer. We're gonna talk about it today. What about slim consoles? You think when a slim PS5 comes out, it's gonna be that same heatsink?
I'm a console engineer too.
Cut the cap. You think it's gonna be the same? Cut the cap. All these years, PlayStation putting out consoles. All these years. All these generations, PlayStation putting out consoles. Slim versions, revised versions. People weren't acting or talking like this. This shit is only started last in this and more so this generation. PlayStation has put revisions out all the time for all of their console generations, revisions, slim models, and all these different stuff. Only now is this stuff a big deal. Cut the cap. And it's not a big deal to you or me. It's not a big deal because for the gamer that understands PlayStation, understands how they move business-wise, and understand the console business, and understand how this shit works. This stuff, we're used to this, guys. We're used to the revisions coming out. We're used to the slim models coming out. We're used to them putting out, making things more efficient or cost effective, but still being able to maintain that performance. We're used to that. Because this has been happening since the PS1. Cut the cap. OBJ, what's good, bro? Y'all not hearing me, man. Y'all not hearing me. This has been happening for generations. Only now is this a problem. So you have to ask yourself, ladies and gentlemen, you really have to ask yourself. You have to really sit there and ask yourself, wait a second. Last generation, PlayStation was putting out revised consoles. It wasn't really that big a deal. During the PS3 generation, PlayStation released with 3 different versions of a console at launch, 20 gig, 40 gig, 60 gig. And then like 2 years later, they released a slim version, and then another year or 2 later after that, they released another slimmer version of the console. It really wasn't that big a deal. Wait a second, during the PlayStation 2 generation, they had the fat PS2, right? And then like 2 years or 3 years later, or however many years later, they released the slim, super small, tiny, teeny tiny PlayStation 2. You think the same components was in there that was in the fat PS2?
Cut the cap.
I would love to know what corners they were cutting there. Oh, you guys want a visual? That's all you had to say, Persona. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say, Persona. You could have just said, Persona, I want a visual. I would have gave you a visual. All you had to do was ask. You think the same components that's in this big motherfucker right here is in that little one? Oh, I got some bad news for you.
Cut the cap.
I got bad news for you, baby. I've got bad news for you. It ain't the same. Trust me, it ain't the same. Oh, you want to see the PS3? Hold on, I got you. That's all you had to say. Hold up. Hold on, I got you. I'm trying to find a bigger picture. Here we go. PS3, making it lighter, making it smaller. PlayStation's been doing this revised versions for generations. Oh, you want to see the PS4? Got you. I got you. You want to see the PS4? I got you. I've got you. You think the same thing that's in the fat is in that? For generations, PlayStation has been putting out revised consoles, different SKUs, because the testing and the things that they see in the real world through the data that they're getting is letting them know that they can do this a bit differently, where it maintains the same performance without having to put this much into the console. For years, for generations. What's changed, ladies and gentlemen? You have to sit back and ask yourself that question. And I mean that with all sincerity. What has changed? What has changed? What has changed right now? You want to know? I can tell you. I don't want to make it easy for you guys, but I can tell you. I can tell you what's changed. What's changed is PlayStation is successful for too long. What's changed is that people are the agendas, the propaganda, the clout. Using PlayStation's name rings bells. It pulls in the people. The clout, the console wars, it pulls everyone in. And like I said, for a lot of these influencers, content creators and shit like that, it's the clicks. You know how much money Austin probably got off that one video? From outrage clicks and people curious and all this other shit. Yo, AC, what's up, man? All this other stuff. You know how much money he probably made off that? Clout, propaganda, misinformation. You'd be surprised how much misinformation, how much money misinformation can make you. Because again, spreading that misinformation, you get the clicks, you get the anger, you get all of it. Yo, Fireman, what's up, man? Yo, S, what's up? Corey, what's up? Henry Heck, what's good? Andre Clay, what's good? Max Powers, what's up? Kelvin Smith, what's up? Willie Ron, what's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you. You know how much clicks PlayStation gets? They want that attention. They want that money. If PlayStation is not going to play fair, then the media is not going to play fair against PlayStation. And again, this is just from my observation, because I just can't imagine someone that's quote unquote a tech expert speaking so vaguely and so negatively like that without proper explanation or true testing. So why, again, you have to ask yourself that question, ladies and gentlemen. Why do it? Why say it? The clicks. The clicks. Get everybody running to the site. You say something, you get everybody running.
I'm a console engineer too.
I should become a tech expert. I get all the clicks.
I have no experience.
You're right, Persona. I don't have experience. How can I be a tech expert?
I have no experience. I have no experience.
How can I be a tech expert? I've got no experience. Player One, appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. Hope you enjoy the content. Yo, Corey, that is a fact. That's a very good way of putting it. Corey says, bruh, this is what happens when you stall the media out. They make you the villain. Just ask Marshawn Lynch. That is a fact. You know why I'm here. Shout out to Marshawn Lynch. What was I was just saying this on Bari's show. What has changed within the gaming community what has changed within the industry between last gen and this gen? What has changed? What change have we seen happen within games media? What change have we seen happen when it comes to PlayStation, when it comes to PlayStation's interaction with games media? What has changed? Do you guys know? Do you guys know? I'll tell you what's changed. What's changed is PlayStation's interaction with the games media is very limited. A lot of games media are outside the club. They can't get in, and they don't like that. You see how Xbox, Phil Spencer, this motherfucker be on he be interviewed with IGN and GameSpot and these smaller publications like xboxlovers.com and xboxeslife.com, and Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg, they do interviews with any and everybody, right? And listen, I'm not knocking them for that. Cool, you want to stay real boots on the ground when it comes to that, real grassroots type of campaign almost, if you will, right? Cool. I don't see an issue with that. PlayStation, on the other hand, they're very selective of who they speak to. Rightfully so. Because let's be honest, everyone doesn't deserve PlayStation's time. Especially when you see how some of these people within Twitter, some of these journalists, how they act, some of the things that they write, right, about PlayStation, some of the negative headlines or clickbaity headlines that they create all for the sake of getting clicks by using the PlayStation name, even if it's in a bad light. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't fucking want to talk to you either. I'm gonna be straight with you. If I was PlayStation and I'm seeing some, because let's be honest here, PlayStation sees that shit. They see some of these clickbait articles and misinformation articles and propaganda and fake out. They see all that shit. Trust me when I tell you they see it. That's why they're not talking to none of those people, because they see that shit and they're like, why would we want to associate with that? I wouldn't want to associate with that either. I damn sure wouldn't want to associate with that. Are you crazy? Absolutely not.
Cut the cap.
Absolutely not. So where do you see PlayStation? GQ magazine, Wired magazine, Game Informer, GameIndustry.biz, Metro. Is it Metro? No, it's a UK magazine that they talk to as well. It might be metro.co.uk. Somebody correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. I think it's metro.co. I think. Somebody in the chat correct me. But you know, GameSpot, IGN, Polygon, Eurogamer, fucking Kotaku, what's the other one? Wolf Tech, they not talking to these fucking people. Cause they not about their business. They with the propaganda and the bullshit. PlayStation ain't trying to talk to them. You notice that PlayStation or their developers, they not talking to them. You know who PlayStation, you know who Insomniac was talking to? Before Miles Morales came out? Who was Insomniac? Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, quick quiz. Who was PlayStation? Who was Insomniac? Brian Ithar, not Ithar. Oh my God, I forgot his name. The developers, I forgot his name. I know it's Brian Norton, I think, or something like that. Who was the PlayStation? Who was the Miles Morales team, the developers, and the voice actors and mocap? Who are they talking to? Carl got it. Game Informer. Who was Brian Ithar and the team talking to? Game Informer. Who was Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst just finished doing an interview with? Game Informer. Actually, it was Herman Hulst. Who did Herman Hulst just finished doing an interview with? Game Informer. Who did Jim Ryan do an interview with a couple months back, beginning of the summer? Wired. When they revealed, who did Mark Cerny do an interview with? Wired. When they revealed the PlayStation, who did they reveal it with? Wired. You know who's not, who they not talking to? You know who the developers are not talking to? IGN, Kotaku, DualShockers, GameSpot. Why? Guys, why? Because they see through the bullshit. People, that's traction that they're losing out on. Ad revenue traction, clicks. They're losing out on it. They're all losing out because they've been subjected, because this is how the hierarchy used to go. And I'm speaking on this from when me and Bari, back in the day, me and Bari used to run a website. Me, Bari, and the council, we used to have a website called, funny enough, What's Up PlayStation.com. That was the website. This is like 3-4 years ago. This is a long time ago. It's really hard to running a website is really hard, believe it or not. The hierarchy, because you know, we were small, low budget, you know, small time. We ain't really got no traction or nothing yet. So where were we getting our information from? We obviously were getting it from PlayStation and all these other places, but we was also looking at IGN and looking at GameSpot and all these other places, because you know, they would get a lot of the information that then we would use for our site, right? When you look at it now, IGN and GameSpot and Polygon and Eurogame, all those places, they have now been subject. Now, maybe not. Now IGN still is like the big dick on the block. You know, like they still, you know, they still kind of like, you know, they do a lot of like events and stuff like that with like with Gamescom and E3 and PAX and, you know, so IGN definitely still has pull within the industry. Like, you know, we're not going to say IGN doesn't. They definitely got pull, right? And they definitely are. If there was a hierarchy of media, IGN would definitely be at the top, right? It would probably go IGN, then probably to Kotaku, because Kotaku I think is owned by CBS or something like that, right? So, you know, the hierarchy, IGN is still obviously at the top, right? But when it comes to PlayStation, they're not at the top at all. They're subjected to the rest of these other smaller media sites that have to wait for PlayStation or wait for the even bigger publications, again, like GQ, Wired, Game Informer, whoever, to put out that information that they then regurgitate on their site to get clicks. And they hate that. You think they don't hate that shit? Being able to sit down with the likes of Phil Spencer and talk to all of these developers of other places and all this, but PlayStation not being one of them, you think they don't like that? They hate that shit, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise. They hate that because now they are subjected to what other smaller sites have to do. Wait for the big boys to put the information out, then you can get the information. I eat first, then you get the crumbs. That's how it works, and they hate it. They hate it. They can't stand it. They hate it. They hate it. They hate it. And for a lot of us, it's something else I was saying on Barry's podcast too. Because one thing I've noticed from last gen and this gen is PlayStation has been pushing a lot more of their news through their blog. They have been letting their blog kind of be the main source of information when it comes to PlayStation. They've been pushing that a lot, as they should, because I think PlayStation blog is a great place for information because they give everything is there. There is no misinformation, no interpretation issues or anything. It's all there. So I definitely have noticed that they have been pushing a lot of stuff through their blog, but also again through some of these other publications like Game Informer and Wired, GQ. I know it's like GameIndustry.biz or whatever. And like I said, when you look at these publications, these are respectable publications. I don't see Game Informer writers and personalities and journalists and whatnot creating these stupid ass Twitter console war joke bullshit. I don't see Andrew Rayner doing that stuff. He's the senior editor in chief, if I'm not mistaken, of Game Informer. I don't see him doing that shit. My man posts his gaming stuff. He posts his thoughts on different things. He pushes new content from Game Informer that's coming out, whatever, or if a new article or something. You don't see this. Oh yeah, so for Game Pass you get this for $1. Ha ha. Oh yeah, I don't get why this is that. All this misinformation and all this bullshit. I don't see that from Game Informer people. I don't see that from game industry journalists. I don't see that from GQ. Or why? You just don't see that stuff. And again, it's always about the actions. And the actions is what defines a person. And for a lot of these other publications, when you look at their actions, their actions speak louder than the things that they claim to hate, the things that they say they dislike, the things that they say they dislike, and the things that they don't like to do. Their actions prove otherwise. And this is why PlayStation don't talk to them. Feel how you feel. Hate it, dislike it. Feel how you feel. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's nothing you can do. It's over now. So that relationship has soured. It's over. You might get scraps here and there, sure. An indie dev that's got an exclusive game coming to PlayStation, sure. A third-party dev that's got an exclusive game coming to PlayStation, sure, you'll get the scraps. But you're not sitting down with Insomniac. You're not sitting down with Neil Druckmann. You're not sitting down with Sucker Punch. You're not sitting down with Asobi. You're not sitting down with these people. Absolutely not. You're not sitting down with Housemarque. Absolutely not. You're not. You're not. And quite frankly, you don't deserve to. If we're being honest. If we're being really honest, you don't deserve to. And that may sound harsh. And I get it. That sounds a bit harsh. But from the actions that I've seen within this community and games media, no. The only site that I would say deserves to sit down with PlayStation developers and with PlayStation executives would be PlayStation Lifestyle magazine. Just cause, shout out to my boy Chandler Wood, man. I'll always support him, man. He's a really, really cool guy. I have a lot of respect for him. PlayStation Lifestyle and PlayStation Universe. I like them. I like them boys and girls over there, man. They PlayStation Universe. I do like them. Yo, Stulio, what's up? But I do like them quite a bit. PlayStation Universe. They really be on it when it comes to the PlayStation news. Nah, fuck out of here. No, not no Push Square. Are you crazy, Jeff? Absolutely not. Push Square? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. No. You go scroll through Push Square's Twitter for the past 2 weeks and then come back and tell me Push Square. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. 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 Absolutely not. Cut the cap.
Cut the cap.
But you remember, guys, I'm an engineer.
I'm a console engineer too. I have no experience. I have no experience.
Hey, yo, that's gonna be the new soundbite for when like people be talking like, yo, whatever, like say I open the chat off, Mario do a speak from the heart, and like niggas come in not knowing shit about games. I'm gonna be like,
I have no experience.
That's gonna be the new soundbite.
I'm a console engineer too.
But guys, listen, I've showed my credentials. I am a console engineer. Shout out to what's his name? Let me shout my boy out. Shout out to Edgar once again for creating this for me. Shout out to Edgar. 1, 2, 3, man. He created this for me, man. My degree. I'm a console engineer, guys.
I'm a console engineer too.
I'm a console engineer. I got my degree. I graduated from Gaming Twitter University. I'm solidified out here, guys. I got my papers. I've got my papers. I want to get y'all thoughts real quick. Only 30 minutes, cause I'm trying to play some Call of Duty, and I ain't trying to be in this goddamn podcast for 3 hours. So 30 minutes, I'm gonna hop in the chat. Y'all come through. I know Jamil said he wanted to say something too, so Jamil, come through. I'm in the chat. Y'all come through. Y'all want to talk? Y'all can come through to the Discord. And give me your thoughts. Y'all come through to the Discord, man. That's the link in the chat. Let me know if you need a Twitter chief diploma too, so you can tell people how to make their food too. Oh, chef, not chief, chef.
You need every diploma in the world.
Yo, I need a developer's diploma. Yeah, I need a developer's diploma so I can tell these devs how to make games. You feel me? I'm trying to be an armchair dev.
I will never forget how Crystal Dynamics exposed themselves.
Yeah, with the whole Last of Us 2 stuff, huh?
Yes, like that's all you need to know. Like when you're a developer like PlayStation, a company like PlayStation are capable of deceiving other AAA devs. It's over.
Yeah.
Like, it's genuinely over. Pack your bag. Go find a different stuff to do. It's over. You don't belong.
Oh
it's
shit.
Like, I am.
Oh damn.
I am genuinely being like he could have easily said nothing and kept it to himself. Kind of like the same thing with the whole thing with Jay Body. Like you don't know why the fuck are you gonna shoot yourself in the foot like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With like that's why I said you're not creating this console. You're not in that lab, right? You're not creating that stuff, man. So you're not gonna sit here and give this type of information and pass it as fact. No.
This is fucking Naughty Dog. This is not their first rodeo. Like you should have known that.
Mm-hmm.
It just boggled my mind. Yeah, the amount of difference in level between PlayStation and the rest of the industry. Like PlayStation is genuinely carrying the industry on its back.
Let me get yo Jamel. What's good, bro? What's up? Talk to us.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah. You good? You clear? What's up?
I was making sure. Yeah, I don't remember if it was your show or Bari's, and I don't remember the subject. But I remember I went on a tangent, and I was talking about the media. And I got a little bit of pushback. I know it wasn't from you. I forgot. But I know I was getting pushback. But what I was saying, and it kind of lines up with what you're saying, media has turned into a personality-driven business. There's actually a lot that people kind of go into when it comes to Fox News, for example. Like if you pay attention to Fox News, because they basically created the blueprint, and it's trickled down into every form of media, where it went from journalism-based, fact reporting news to opinion. So if you watch at prime time, right, and I know I'm a little off subject, but I'm not. But look at prime time news, 7 o'clock to 10, there's no news except for locally. There's no news. There's
opinions.
Carlson, and they're giving you their opinions, but because it's being presented as a news program, it's being treated as such by the viewers, and so they go and spread those opinions as news, and it's trickled down into the gaming media. Whereas at one point in time, IGN was the holy grail of gaming news. As soon as those people that were working there and other places too got a little bit of clout, you noticed how it changed at IGN. It became personality.
Yeah.
And then a lot of those people, because this happened 10 years ago, you started seeing some people leave IGN because they were getting too big for IGN. Yeah. They had their own followings. It was people going to IGN just to see what this person was saying, what that person was saying. Oh, this person's doing the review. Let me see what they're saying.
Yeah.
It turned about 10 years ago. And so really, and I agree with you about Game Informer. I love Game Informer. Love Game Informer. They're one of the few that it's not about who's reporting, quote unquote, reporting the news. It's about
the games.
What the news is. Yeah, it's about the game. It's about the news. It's about the information. Go on IGN right now. There's nothing on IGN that's coming directly from IGN. They report news from other places. Yep. They just basically repost.
Yep. That's why I was saying, you know, because when you think back to, you know, a time IGN was the big dog on the block and everyone was getting their news from them. It's not like that anymore. And I think, especially when it comes to the PlayStation, more specifically PlayStation, because, you know, I feel like with Xbox, they're a bit more lenient. They'll really speak to, I've seen Xbox even speak to like fucking super small sites, like you know, they'll speak to, they'll speak to whoever. But I think but I think with PlayStation, because they're more selective, and again, PlayStation's name rings true. Even Nintendo's not talking to these people. Absolutely not. It's PlayStation and Nintendo that are off doing their own thing. You are getting Nintendo's information from a Nintendo Direct. They are not talking to you.
Let me ask you this question, because I want to know, because it's really important. When did it shift for PlayStation? When did they stop really dealing with a lot of the media?
Last generation. Because the PS3 generation, a lot of people kicked them while they was down with that whole hack shit. That hack shit, and rightfully so. Like that hack shit really hurt them. But a lot of that media shitted on them too, and bad. Yeah. And I think PlayStation never forgot that.
That was the first blow. It was two different things, in my opinion, and this will go and highlight the whole shit, because I can point it out on different sides. So not only was it that, but then after Last Generation started, because remember when Last Generation started, media was still all over Sony. That's when they was highlighting the resolution differences and everything between Xbox One and PS4. And then when Sony had that one little dry spell where there was no games that was coming out, but not a lot of games that was coming out during a little short span, media kind of jumped on them and kind of ran straight to Microsoft. And I noticed a change right at that point. Right at that point, it was like Sony was talking to Forbes, we'll talk to Forbes, we'll talk to Wired, we'll talk to everybody, but we're not talking to GameSpot. We're not talking to IGN. We're not talking. I noticed it then
They are blacklisted.
Yep, because there was also a shift where media started being a little bit more friendly to Microsoft. You started seeing Phil Spencer, which I think that this was a perfect storm. Xbox started out bad with Xbox One. Phil Spencer came in. There was a lot of damage control interviews and articles for the next 2 years. So they made themselves very accessible at the same exact time that Sony pulled back. Because if you look at it, the previous generation, up until the point where they had to hack at Sony, it was the opposite. Xbox did not do a lot of media. Sony was all over the place. And then when that stuff started happening, it was a complete flip. And it went the exact other way.
Hack is what caused the friction, like after the hack.
I think it was.
No,
I think it attributed to it, but
friction.
yeah.
I think that once that little spell came in, where there, like after the launch of PS4, where there weren't as many games coming out until like maybe 2 years later, I think that's what kind of really just broke it was the straw that broke their back. Because I remember reading articles talking about, oh, look at all of these games Xbox has, and look at all, and it was like BS games. Nobody, I mean, okay, cool, Dead Rising 3, but whatever. But you know, as soon as Sony started coming out with a bunch of games after that, then
it shifted.
You could see the media scrambling. Like they're like, okay, this is gonna get clicks now, but they weren't getting any kind of feedback from them. And all you had left was Phil Spencer saying, "Hey, I'll talk to you."
And that's what I'm saying. Yo, Barry, what's good, bro? Hey, yo, I need you to make that a sound.
Hey, yo, nah, that's on the Donda album. My man Kanye. But yo, first of all, Jamel's a bot. But he's right. I agree with him 100%. And yeah, it's more about personalities. It's more about I want to put my opinions out there. Like I don't have an issue against like opinions with these gaming sites and stuff like that. But there is a lot of like smoke screen going on. They're trying to hide like their biasness and all that stuff in there, but you can definitely tell by like what they're putting out that they have a certain biasness, but they won't just outright say it, which I understand why they outright won't say it, because they got to get that click. They got to cater to a community or whatnot. I don't know, but yeah, I agree. I agree with the whole media when it comes to like news anchors, like news itself. When it comes to news anchors, like the 90s news and today's news is much different. You know what I mean? You're getting a lot of more opinions on top of the news. You know, people will say they don't like Trump or they don't like Biden or whatever like that, right there as they're reporting their stuff. But in the 90s, you wasn't getting like comments like that when these news anchors, you know what I mean? But I guess that's just the times and how people will view. I guess people will view things more because of their opinions. But I personally just think a lot of people's losing a lot of credibility because they base a lot of their opinions because they're trying to build their brand outside of like the company that they are part. And yeah, I agree as well. Like a lot of people, they would join IGN. They would use the IGN credibility to build their brand, and they get the fuck up out of there. And you know what I mean? They have this 40,000, 50,000 people subscribing and all that bullshit. But yeah, man, I Austin Evans is a geek too, man. Fuck that dude. You know? I only caught on to that dude's channel this generation when this stuff was coming out, and I seen, you know, you talking about PS4. This dude was always like I always got the vibe that he's like a clout kind of. I'm a bash PlayStation for the clout. Like I said, he went out there and got like a DualSense before anybody, because you know PlayStation, they sent him no PlayStation, so he out there put out a DualSense to try to bash the DualSense when he broke it apart. You're gonna see how he's manhandling the DualSense. Like, oh, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like you can just tell. Like, and then his Xbox videos, he's always like smiling and cheesing, and the PlayStation ones, he's like questioning it and doubting, you know. You know what I mean? So I never really took that dude like seriously. I'm not gonna disrespect him as far as like his background, because from the history, if you're looking at what he does, he's been doing this for like a long time. So I'm not gonna discredit him. But there's a slant when it comes to PlayStation stuff. It's not factual. It's him just trying to get a click rather than actually putting out proper information. You know what I mean?
My thing is, when did the news, and I'm talking about gaming news, started to become equal? What I mean by that, they don't want to let like PlayStation dominate or Xbox dominate only. They must be on equal strength.
Oh no, they definitely want Xbox to dominate, because Xbox haven't dominated really since 360. You know what I mean? Nobody was saying, "Oh, Xbox is winning too much. We gotta get PlayStation good news out." Nobody was saying that shit. People was bashing the PlayStation, rightfully so, because there's certain decisions that they did with the PS3 that wasn't really. Yeah, it wasn't really that good like that. You know what I mean? But one thing you couldn't disregard with the PS3 is the fact that they was pumping out games. They put a lot of investment in the first party and all that stuff. So that stuff was there, but they wasn't like skewing articles just to make 360 look bad. You know what I mean? Even though 360 at the end of that generation ain't even dropped like an exclusive like that. I think Gears Judgment was like the last exclusive. I don't know if I'm right with that, but they wasn't even dropping games like that. You know what I mean? But nobody was really saying, "Oh, where's the 360 games?" PS5 or PS4 can go through a month or a couple of months where there's no first party games. These motherfuckers say it's dry over there at PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Or they create an article. Is PlayStation in trouble?
It can be 3 months. Oh, there's not a first party game out on the console. Oh, something happening in PlayStation. Oh, where's the first party games? Oh, this is why Game Pass is important. It keeps you playing it. You know what I mean? But not knowing that there's a whole bunch of games that you can be playing outside of first party. That's craziness.
Low key, they want the American company to win. Yo, Don John Sean, what up, man? I mean,
yeah, that might be true.
That might be true. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, with PlayStation, they are the dominant. Well, really, Nintendo is, but PlayStation is dominant when it comes to a lot of what's happening.
Nintendo is dominant when it comes to first party, not overall as PlayStation. No.
Not overall as PlayStation, but when it comes to Nintendo and the first party,
yeah,
yes.
First party, like if you be specific, like when it comes to first party, yeah, Nintendo first party games is gonna sell crazy. But like PlayStation sell way more games than Nintendo ever would, for their console.
That is true.
I think I have an explanation for why it's that Nintendo games sell so much. I think because Nintendo fan base doesn't get a lot of multiplats that we get on PlayStation and Xbox. They got way much more money to buy than other games, like mainly Nintendo games, and support them that much.
I mean,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I definitely think that they definitely not getting shit like like Saints Row and things of that nature. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
They'll get that junk in the next generation. 6 years later. But.
Or if they are, it's a severely watered down version that's not even worth playing. So it's like, yeah, I can definitely see, like, if you're buying, think of it this way, if you're buying a Nintendo, you're buying it for first party. You're not buying that for third party. Yeah, fucking.
Yo, speaking of Saints Row, I was on the PlayStation store. Sometimes I just go and browse. So I'm looking at like the the screenshots in the trailer of Saints Row reboot, and I'm like, yeah, I can see the complaints that people have. Yo, like come on.
It's next gen only, right? Or is it PS4 and PS5? I forget.
Nah, it's cross gen. They have a cross gen bundle, and they have the PS5, and then
I see it too. Like I know, like it does look watered down a bit.
That first screenshot they have. That first screenshot they have is just like, you know what I mean? You definitely have like you're definitely pushing a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how you think.
Oh, with the yeah, okay. Yeah, like why
everybody laid up on the wall?
Not even just that, but like why does the black dude got to be like this weak weak
Yo,
looking.
he
like,
dead ass dude look
like he just look weak,
he
bro.
dead ass dude look like Kid Smooth a little bit. Yo, he look
I gotta
like
look at the pic again.
Yo, look at the pic, yo. He look like Kid Smooth. Like, hey, I'm sorry, Smooth, man. But
let me see. Let me look this up.
he look like Smooth a little bit, bro. Like the glasses, like Nerd Boy Smooth. Like, look at the pic where everybody's like on the wall.
Against the wall.
Yeah, they four of them on the wall.
From the side a little bit. I mean,
Yeah, you see it?
a little bit.
And that's Nerd Boy Smooth right. Yeah, that pic right there. Yo, no cap. I was like, yo, who's the dude next to the other dude with the headphones? I didn't know it was a girl. I was gonna say that, like, I was thinking it. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, who's that dude? I didn't know there was.
Oh, there, you thought that was a dude? You serious?
Yo, at first glance, yeah, I did.
Oh man! But with your character, can't you create your own? Oh, you have to play.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I never played the Saint Row series. I never played it, so
Yeah, I think
how they do their story.
I believe you can create your own character,
Yeah,
so
you
not
create
have to
your own
play
character.
play with her with that hairstyle and all that. So, I mean, I don't really see an issue there, like per se for me, because you can change the hairstyle and you can change how your character look. I mean, I would play as a girl anyway. Like, I mean, I always pick the girl characters in these games, but I mean, I don't know. It just I don't know. Sometimes some of this stuff is like when they're making these games, like, because when you look at the developer and then look at the game, it don't match. So it's just like, what were you trying to do here? And I mean, I'm gonna pick it
so
up.
Which one is the main character as that? What you're playing?
The main character is the girl, the black girl. That's the main character.
in the hoodie?
She's the boss. So she would be the one that you can, I guess, edit or you'll always be playing as her. So like and from my understanding, you can create like your character and they'll be the boss. Now, I don't know if you can make a guy or a girl, or it has to be a girl. I don't know how that works.
It's gonna be a guy or girl because the previous intro had you do that as well. I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah, all the previous ones you can make a guy or a girl.
All right, so if you can make a guy or a girl, I don't really see a problem, like, per se, like.
Oh, y'all just saying this is the default character? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just the default look. But then again, if that's the case, then why put emphasis on that? Because they did the interview with the girl that's voicing the character. So I don't know if you can or can't. Because I'm like, if you can create your own character, why put an emphasis on?
Oh, they put all that dialogue in there.
Yeah, all that dialogue, and it's gonna be a girl.
Yeah. The voice, no, because they can have a voice acting with the guy as well. Like,
Well, why not interview him as well then? If it's gonna be a boy, if you could be a boy or a girl,
Well,
why not?
my theory is that these are going to be your partners in the game, but not necessarily the characters you play as. It'll probably still be you creating a character, generic character that just follows along with them.
Oh, got you. Okay.
But they ride it with you.
No, because the boss character is the girl, the hoodie girl. Yeah. That's the boss. She's the main character.
And she's probably gonna recruit you, just like in the first one. Julius was the boss. I think that was his name. But yeah, you were just a recruit. You became the boss after a while.
Got you. See, I've never really got into Saints Row, so that's good to know.
I never played
cool
it. I always thought it was like a GTA clone. So I was like, I never really played it.
You should play. Well, they're kind of outdated now. But I actually, man, the best memory I have of Saints Row is two memories. The first one was Saints Row 2. They had an online mode called Big Ass Chain, where basically it's like kill confirmed, but you drop all the chains you get. And then
like online?
Yeah, it was online mode. Yeah. And then the third one, when they had the insurance scam, where you basically throw yourself out in traffic and try to get hit by a car.
What?
They had the ragdoll physics. Yeah, it had ragdoll physics, so you get knocked all over the place, and then you try to get ran over by as many cars as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Saints Row was fun. It was fun until they started talking about fighting aliens and shit and going to hell.
Well, I hear Saints Row 3 is the one people don't like because it's the one that goes too far off the rails.
No, that one doesn't go too far. It's the next.
You shooting like dildos and stuff.
Saints Row almost.
Wait, there's a Saints Row 4?
After
Saints Row, Get Out of Hell.
Oh yeah, I remember Get Out of Hell. That's the one people don't like.
And there's a Saints Row.
I always remember people saying that you can shoot dildos and stuff like that. I remember people.
Yeah, I ain't trying to shoot no fucking dildos and all that.
It's actually funny.
Like, Saints Row, they have money on their a money franchise. If they turn this around and make it serious again, like people want a serious Saints Row. They don't want this.
You know what that comment, like I'm hearing that a lot. Like that's the notion that people saying, oh, they want the more serious Saint Rows on the not the kiddie ones, but which ones sold the most? Or not the kiddie, but the humorous ones. Which ones sold the most? Like these companies, they're not looking at these tweets and they're looking at
what makes the money,
the dollars. You know what I mean? Oh, you might be saying, we want the serious noted ones, but which one is actually the more popular ones? I don't know. I'm just asking.
I agree. I think it's that.
Pretty sure the one sold the most is the humor one, because not everyone like gritty and stuff like that.
You know what's funny too, man? Again, this goes back to the whole outrage thing with some of these people. A lot of these people ain't play Saints Row. They just want to jump on that. Oh yeah, SJW, blah blah. A lot of these people ain't played this game, bruh. Cause I don't know, like the stuff they saying, I'm just like, like every time I've looked at Saints Row gameplay since way back in the day, it's always seemed really out there to me. Not like OD, but it's always like looked really. I've never really like sat down and played them. Out there as in like, like a bit over the top. Now, like I said, people say 3 or it was probably 4. People in the chat are saying 4. 4 is the one where they went too far with like all these dildos and like I remember you could like change like the breast size and package size and the guy. I'm like, listen, that's all too much, bro. For me, I'm like, you going too far with some of that. But I mean, I'll give this game a try. Like I'll definitely pick it up and give it a go.
It's almost they don't know what the fan base wants.
No, they know what the fan base wants. They want the fan, whatever, like Barry said, whatever's making the most money is what the fan base wants.
Yeah, which one they buying the most?
That's the one they want.
They're looking at.
Straight up though, this game not getting picked up in February. It's getting picked up in like June. It's February.
Like, look at Call of Duty. You know what I mean? A lot of people despise fucking Modern Warfare, but Modern Warfare made big bucks. So what they gonna do? They gonna implement the same Modern Warfare style in the new one because it made big bucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why we got this Vanguard dog shit.
What's your take on the Vanguard single player, not multiplayer?
Give a fuck about single player. I'm there for the multiplayer.
Yeah, that's the secondary. That's the side piece, man.
Yeah, that's the side piece for me. I don't give a fuck about that. I only care about I only care about multiplayer with COD. Or that's like most important. I won't say that's what I only care about, but
yeah, like I play the single player, but it takes a while for me to play the single player. You know,
I might buy this year COD just.
You're not gonna play it. You're not gonna play it,
Omar. For single player only. Like I am curious about her story and I enjoyed the gameplay from what I've seen.
See, my boo is in it, Laura Bailey. And I'm hurt.
Persona, don't say that. How you gonna subject that woman like that? Talking about you're a boo. Are you a creep?
That's my boo.
Are you a weirdo?
Nah, I ain't no creep nor no weirdo, but that's my boo.
You wash your mouth out with soap.
That's my online crush.
You wash your mouth out with soap. How dare you speak of that woman like that?
Like I wanna pick it up. I do want to support it because Laura Bailey's in it, but I just can't, bro. I can't, bro.
Do you speak to females that way in the real?
Yeah, I got a work wife.
How dare you, sir?
What? We all got
How
work wives.
How dare you?
I know, right? How
dare you?
I know.
That's interesting.
You don't know what a work wife is, Omar? They don't got that out there where you at? You've never heard of that before? You serious? You don't know what a work wife is? All right, so a work wife is like A work wife that's someone that like you always go to lunch to. Y'all always talk. Y'all always together. You know, it's like your work wife.
Make sure you on point.
Yeah, make sure you're good and all that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, like that's what it is.
It's not. It's not a. Oh, this is my side piece or my.
No. It's just strictly just like a work wife. Like you know, you guys go to lunch all the time. You guys are always together. You always talking, send funny messages and shit to each other and all that during work. And you know, y'all talk after the meeting and all that about the meeting and all that. You know, work wife. Come on, if you work in the office, everyone's got to have a work wife. It makes the day so much better. When she's not there, your work feels like shit.
Concubines.
Cock you. Yeah. I think we all got.
Yeah, some definitely, you know.
Oh no, yeah, some most definitely, most
down
definitely. But then it complicates things because then if you smash
it makes it weird.
It comes off because like it's weird. Especially if you dick her down good, she gonna get crazy. I don't want that. Not at the job. You don't shit where you eat.
Yeah.
You know,
I've been there.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't need Shorty acting crazy on a job. I'm in the middle of a meeting. She knock on the door. Hi, is Persona there? Yeah, I'm in a meeting. I need to talk to you. About what? I'm in a fucking meeting. Like, what are you talking about? Now. Where were we talking about again? What the fuck were we talking about?
Saints Row.
Saints Row. Teammate said, "Ain't no such thing as a work wife. That's something else." Nah, there definitely is. I mean, I've had.
Nah, there's definitely were. There's people that I'm not even attracted. Like they just take care, like make sure I'm good.
Yeah.
Hey, you want some tissues, Jermaine? I'm like, yeah. They come breathe. You want some coffee? You want some tea? They make you a tea.
It's funny at my old job, people around the office did think I was smashing like one of my work wives because like we was
as you should
always together. She was real hands-on though.
Yeah, I mean when you walk into lunch and you get in the car, you look back.
Oh yeah.
You look back and smirk. That's the
I mean, we would go for drinks. I remember because we would like go for drinks after work and shit, or we would go out to lunch, you know, whatever, have long lunches.
Hey, yo, Gabe from the turn said, "I have one of those, a work wife."
A work wife. Gabe from the attorney, you know what you're talking about. Then, you know, like it's a cool thing.
But yeah, Persona, you can't be having crushes and talking to these females and gaming like that, man. That's just rude. You know
Fuck, I can't, nigga. What you talking about? Respectfully.
That's just creepy. It's creepy.
I mean, no, it's not. It's not creepy. It's just you know, a crush. Like you never had a crush. You never had a crush. Like no one's ever had a crush.
You're a console engineer, man. You're a console engineer.
I'm a console engineer too.
You can't be disrespecting females like that.
I have no experience.
Hey.
I have no experience.
I have no experience. I mean, you're right. I am a console engineer. I have to conduct myself as such. I just, you know, I always like Laura Bailey, man. She cute. She a cutie. Listen, man. Fuck these beta male orbiters.
Great voice actor.
Very great voice actor. Great smile too, man. Yo, listen, man. She good looking. You know.
I have no experience.
Yo, fact, Don John. We're not supposed to talk to any females at all. Don't even look at them. Don't even like their tweets, their videos. Don't share them shits. It's gonna be creepy. Okay.
Hey, yo, listen. I ain't like these beta male niggas on Twitter. Sorry. I'm gonna talk to women, and they go, you know, it is what it is. You know, we all gonna talk. That's how you interact with people.
Yo, by the way, we're only 10 days away from Tales of Arise. Just letting you know.
Actually, no, we're not. We're 11 days. There's 31 days in. There's 31 days in August.
We 10 days away, bro.
No, we're not. We're 11 days. How the fuck you gonna tell me, bro? 11 days. There's 31 days in August. There's 31 days in August, sir. Tomorrow. Excuse me. Tomorrow's the 31st.
10 days, bro.
All right.
We are 10 days, 4 hours, and 57 minutes away from
Okay.
Tales of Rise, according to PlayStation.
Fuck PlayStation, nigga. They don't know shit. What you mean?
Oh yeah, I'm a console engineer. Yeah, my bad.
I'm a console engineer too.
I forgot. You right. I'm gonna fall back.
Anyone getting a game called Baldo?
Nope.
I have no experience.
You're laughing at it, but
What's the name of the game?
looks fun.
What's it?
Baldo.
Baldor.
Baldo.
Baldo. No, absolutely not. No. The games I'm picking up for the rest of the year is Tales of Arise, Kana, and Far Cry 6.
Oh, you're not getting Fist?
Fist. Oh yeah, Fist. Yeah, Fist as well. Yeah, Fist. And that's pretty much it.
I'm not copping on Far Cry 6. I'm good on that.
The Dying Light 2. I might pick that up too, actually.
Which one?
Yeah, I'm
Dying Light 2.
I ain't finished the first one, so I'm just like, should I even get the second one? And I know if I wait when it hits
Story don't
January,
matter.
I know I'm not gonna play it.
Story don't matter. I don't think I think this is like entirely separate from the first. So I think you're fine. Baldo, I'm not. Persona Bari, right? Today is about to be tomorrow in a few hours. That don't matter, bro. None of that matters, bro. It's 11 days. 11 days.
If you go to the pre-order thing, it says 10 days.
The pre-order's wrong.
I'm a console engineer too.
The pre-order's wrong, nigga. The pre-orders is wrong, bro. What you talking about? The pre-orders is dead wrong. I know what I'm talking about.
I have no experience.
Hey yo, he said that man serious, yo, but he added the little effect to it. Make it funny. I have no experience.
Hey yo, that might be the new sound whenever like someone subscribes.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that Metroid Dread. That's a fact.
Oh yo, Barry said he buying that OLED Switch too. Don't let him lie to you.
No, I'm not buying an OLED
Yes,
Switch.
watch.
For what?
Watch. Barry gonna post a picture on Twitter. Look what I got, guys.
Yo, bro, I got three switches here on me right now in this house. Like, why would I buy an OLED Switch? Like, if it boosted, like, if the dock was like something that boosted that could go to 1440p or something like that, or makes it, yeah, I'd have caught that instantly. I'd have
you
caught
buy
that.
the Steam Deck?
I have it pre-ordered, but I'm gonna cancel that. The real talk, I'm gonna cancel that.
Yeah, the Steam Deck might have to go to the Steam pile.
I don't want that. I don't want that sketch because now I'm reading the stats. I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, why the hell am I gonna spend like $600 for 800p?
Yo, that Steam Deck going to the Steam pile, my boy. Trust me. Yeah. I am not picking that shit up.
I'm waiting for that VR2 announcement, and that's why I'm gonna put that money towards all that.
Oh yeah, VR2.
All that.
I'm gonna pick
a
that
Steam
up.
Deck and a Switch OLED. I got an OLED Vita. I need a Switch OLED.
If they announce a slim PS5, I'm gonna pick that up too. Actually, you know.
Yeah, or if there's like a collector's edition for Horizon, you know what I mean? Like I'd rather put. Bro, I'm about to call up Call of Duty. I forgot to call them up. I'm about to call up PlayStation. Cancel that. Deathloop is on the chopping block,
bro. You're not gonna play that, bro.
I'm still interested. Like, I'm still interested in playing Deathloop.
You're not gonna play it though, bro. September is Tales of Arise.
I definitely play it. I definitely play
Fist. You're not playing that, bro. You are not playing that.
I'm not gonna play it as to its entirety, but I'll foot dip in it real quick just to see like. Cause I'm curious in Deathloop, man, cause it looks fun as hell. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I haven't canceled it yet.
I'm picking that up Black Friday for $30. I'm not buying that at launch, bro. Cause I'm not going, bro. September is Tales of Arise, bro. That's it. Tales
September
of Arise.
Is a lot of games. Tales, Kena, Fist.
Oh, Death Stranding.
Melty Blood.
Melty Blood come out the same day as Tales as well. I'm so conflicted. Tales is obviously gonna be played.
Nah, Melty Blood come out the end of September. The 30th.
Oh, the 30th. You're right. Why did I think the 10th? I think it comes out in Japan on the 9th or the 10th or something like that.
It might come out early in Japan. Yeah.
Oh, yo, Jeff, that's another one. Jeff, Lost Judgment. I'm gonna be, there's no time for Deathloop. There is no time for Deathloop.
Yeah, but the thing, I don't think Deathloop is gonna be like a long game. You know what I mean?
Kinda is also a short game.
Yeah, Kino, I'm gonna get the I'm gonna get the platinum.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. September is Tales of Arise. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
September.
I'm playing Tales. I've already decided because I was really thinking about this. I'm playing Tales until I get the platinum. I'm gonna want to platinum that.
Yo, Tales games, you got to play that like 3 times to get the platinum because you got to get every dialogue option.
It's worth it. It's worth it to me. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like that combat. Yeah, I'm gonna get Death Stranding, but Death Stranding is probably gonna be one of those games I play during Thanksgiving. To be honest, like I'll have it at launch, but I'm probably not gonna actually boot it up until Thanksgiving or October because I'm not buying COD. I'm not buying Battlefield. I'm definitely gonna want to play Far Cry in October, and then again, Kena, Fist, and everything else. I'm gonna want to because this is my plan, right? There's 10 games that I want to complete before going into 2022. Because once 2022 hit with Elden Ring and Horizon and King of Fighters 15 and Sifu and all that, my focus is on the 2022 games only. So I want to have, like the Avengers DLC, Wakanda, I'll have that complete. Iki Island, I'll have that, all that. But also, like Lost Judgment, Tales, Fist, Kena. Those games, I want to make sure I get those complete before going into the new year. I don't want to go into the new year with that stuff lingering. So that's my focus. Deathloop, like I said, Black Friday.
Those games by the end of the year is over.
Yeah, it really is because you still got a little bit of time in January because the first major game that comes out in January is Elden Ring, and that's the 22nd. So there's still a bit of time in January, but I don't want to go in with that. Like I want to go in fresh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Deathloop, I don't think it's gonna be like a super long game. You probably beat that game in like 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours? What? Do you think it'd be that short?
Yeah, cause I think it's. Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's gonna be that short like your first playthrough, but I'm saying like once you get the hand of everything, it's gonna become much easier in how to maneuver around these levels and whatnot. It's like a Returnal. Like Returnal is a short game, but your first playthrough was what, like 30, 40 hours. But when you learn, when you ran through Returnal the second or third time, you can beat that game in like 2-3 hours. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a
Chris just reminded me, fucking Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, that comes out this holiday.
Yeah, Arceus is next year, right?
And then Pokemon Arceus comes out in January as well. Hey, bro, yeah. I got bro, I'm not trying to go into 2021 with baggage, bro. I'm going into 2022. I'm going into 2022 fresh, bro. That's why, my focus is these games, man. I'm not playing around. Just the guy, what's up, bro? Appreciate you for the super chat. He says no Battlefield.
Dying Light 2.
I might pick. I'm on the fence with that, Jamil. I might, because I did play Dying Light 1 and I did like it a little bit. And 2 does look like it's like a huge step up, like the world and everything. It does look cool. I'm not even gonna cap. So I might pick that up. Oh, and Halo. I'm gonna be playing Halo on PC, unless somebody want to buy me a Series X. So listen, somebody gonna gift me a Series X, then go ahead, go on and do that. But if not, I'm playing on PC. Just a guy, appreciate you for super chat. Says no Battlefield, blasphemy. Battlefield's garbage. Just a guy. Why would I play? Why would I buy that?
I'm not supporting Halo. I'm not supporting.
No, I'm playing the free to play
shit.
No, I want to play
even that free to play. I'm not. Supporting
I'm not gonna cap. I
was gonna play it. But that progression shit sounds dumb as hell, bro. I'm not supporting that. Fuck out of here.
No, what I'm saying is I want to try it for myself. I'm not saying I'll put a whole lot of time, but I want to see it and try it so that when I talk about it, I'm coming from a place of experience.
I have no experience.
Because right now I have no experience. So I want to play the game and actually, see what's up.
I'm not mistaken, because I don't know, I could be wrong, because I was turned off when I read the news about that. But isn't the progression only towards the battle pass? Like, isn't there a separate run system?
No, I mean, the progression. So the way the progression, from my understanding, the way the progression works is, the only way that you can progress the battle pass is through challenges that they have within the game. Now, in terms of level, like regular levels and stuff, in terms of regular levels and stuff like that, they didn't make any mention of that from what I've seen. Now, I could be wrong.
No, because they said it's not going to be in the game.
Levels, like rank.
Yeah, you're not gonna get progression by wins and losses or nothing like that, or getting kills. You got to do it through the challenge. So if it's like win 3 games, you'll progress through that.
Yeah, but that's what they're speaking on the battle pass. Like, I'm trying to find out if they have the separate rank, sort of like in COD. You got the battle pass, and then you got your actual rank.
Yeah, but they saying that's not going to be there at launch.
What?
Yeah, I can pull up the comment. I remember I read it.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I've been trying to get clarification for a minute. Like,
Yo, put some
it's gotta have
fucking
actual rank.
put some fucking respect on Halo's name, please. Jesus, bro. Oh my god. Hold on, let me get the super chat. Yo, Jeff, appreciate you, bro. He says, don't forget Hot Wheels Unleashed. Bring back childhood memories for me. I mean, you on your own with that Hot Wheels, Jeff. But I hope you enjoy it. But I'm not buying. I'm not picking that up. It looks cool. I'm good. I'm good.
So they're saying here, Halo Infinite doesn't have per match XP, and it got the hyphen there. Battle Pass progression is tied to challenges instead. 343 has clarified. But playing and winning matches will be challenges, which will help players progress through the Battle Pass. Says John, what's his name, June, whatever. So even though this means no per match XP at launch, you're still progressing through the challenges, therefore the Battle Pass.
But so there is no, so like, you know how like no Call of Duty, you know how like Call of Duty has like rank 1, rank 2 prestige and all that. There's not going to be none of that. Oh my god. Yo. Oh my god. Yo.
He's kicking me in the gut, man.
You can't, like Xbox dudes, you can't defend this, bro. You can't. This is not something you could defend. You don't want to die on this hill.
I don't get how you don't have both for a multiplayer game. Yeah, like I can understand the challenges through the Battle Pass because Avengers does it, other games have done it, but how you not have that there at launch? Like that's how you know the game is not like it's not finished to go. You know what I mean?
Nope, it's not at all.
Can you imagine if this was a PlayStation game?
Oh, we wouldn't hear the end of it. You would see podcasts every single day about that. What? PlayStation doesn't get... You know what's so funny? People think that Naughty Dog their multiplayer isn't gonna be free, but they clearly don't see Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch released an entire multiplayer component for free if you bought the game. You think Naughty Dog is not going to do the same thing if you bought the game?
I have the feeling
you guys got to stop, bro.
I personally, like Sucker Punch, I commend them on that, but I personally will pay for whatever multiplayer they have, because I'd rather have a game where you pay, you know what I mean, and have a proper system and mechanics there rather than these free to play bullshit that be like, like this Battle Pass bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you're not going to have certain things there, but these microtransactions are going to be ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, just give me a full, complete multiplayer game. Yeah, if the shit costs $20, $30, I don't give a damn. You know,
well,
I'll definitely.
You don't think you think Naughty Dog isn't going to give us a full-fledged multiplayer, like a proper multiplayer?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
I'm asking you.
I'm saying when it comes to these free-to-play multiplayer games, they're not full-fledged. You know what I mean? There's a lot of missing components. There might be certain mechanics that's not there, and they will develop it as they're going away. You know what I mean? But they're more tied and centered around battle passes and cosmetics and stuff. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to have those things, but it's more angled towards that rather than good gameplay.
All right, so I'm taking bets. How long do you think it'll be until niggas drop this game, Halo Infinite? How long do you think it'll be until niggas drop Halo Infinite and it becomes just a dead subject? No one's talking about it. It's gonna
be dead in week 2. If you're not progressing, if that bro, if there's that goes for any multiplayer game. If you don't have a sense of progression, what the fuck you playing there for? You know what I mean? Like, what are you playing it for?
I give it a month. I think it's releasing December 8th. I say by January it's gonna be a dead issue. Like no one's gonna be talking about it, playing it.
I give it by Christmas. It's
By
done.
Christmas.
if that level XP is not there, it's gonna be done. It's gonna be done because a lot of people is gonna come into the game because it's free. They're gonna try it. They're gonna create their accounts. They're gonna do that. They're gonna play it. Oh, the gameplay is cool, but I'm not. Where's my levels or where's this? I'm not doing it. There's no sense of accomplishment here outside of a battle pass, which most free-to-play stuff is that. Yeah, you're gonna have your free stuff, and then you're gonna have your premium content battle pass, but you still gotta buy it to get the stuff that you earned. You know what I mean? So
yeah. What about you, Jamil? How long you think until Halo die? Like this Halo Infinite?
You'll die. It's just
Not die,
gonna
but just like be a dead issue.
I don't know. I mean, because the same thing was said about Halo 5, and it's still pretty active right now. So
yeah,
I think that it'll probably be popular for the first 2 months, and then I think it's gonna tail off, and it'll just be the die hard.
What about you, Omar?
easy clap.
Cool. Link, what you
Now,
think?
what I was telling some people earlier today was that typically what I've been seeing with 343 is they screw it up, but you can't tell in the beginning because it's Halo and everybody's gonna flock to it. And then after the first month or two, you start hearing the outrage, and then they go dark. Like they did that with the Master Chief Collection. It was broken at launch basically, but it was still popular. And then they went quiet for a few months, and then they said, "We hear you guys. We're gonna fix everything." And then like a year later, like all this stuff
Niggas not waiting no year, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
niggas not waiting a year.
Nobody was waiting for anything else that they updated, but I'm just saying that a year from release, Halo Infinite will be whatever it's supposed to be. But by then, it'll be too late.
Yeah.
But that's kind of been the MO.
Halo Infinite got me confused here, man, because like I said, I can see their mindset is more monetary stuff, which is a business. I get that because you have the daily challenges set up for the battle pass stuff, and there's gonna be buy this to skip this tier, or like all these battle passes have the skip tier stuff, pay $10 to skip 20 tiers or something like that. That stuff is going to be good to go. But they saying like, they always come with these PR statements, you know what I mean? But we're always looking at ways to expand progression across the board. Nigga, what? that's a direct quote from these dudes. We'll have more to share about the outcome from the key tech preview feedback, including this in a coming blog at Waypoint. So they're using the tech preview that they had, right? Which nobody complained about this stuff. So that, they're thinking everything is cool.
There will be one that has nothing to do with Battle Pass in Halo. It's going to be called the competitive skill rank. So it's just going to go off your performance and put you in different tiers as far as, let's see, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and onyx. So you play 10 matches in a ranked playlist, and it'll determine where you start for that season. And you rank up based on winning more than expected and performing better than expected. And it drops when you play.
A lot of niggas gonna be in that bronze category.
a
lot of niggas gonna be living in that bronze. I'll tell you that, boy.
Yeah, that's kind of how it's been with Halo. So they just that's the way it is. But I was wondering about that.
Jesus.
So yeah, the battle pass is something totally separate.
Look, and just as I brought it up, progression and how that they may encourage microtransaction, battle tier skips, for example. As I'm reading it, there's more information coming.
Jesus.
That shit ready to go.
We're gonna see what happens, man.
You gotta make sure your microtransactions are good,
Yo, but it was the same thing with Splitgate, same thing with fucking X Defiant and all these others. The stuff that don't really matter to the gamer is ready to go, but the shit that would pull the gamer in ain't there, or it's missing.
Yo, you know what's sad, Persona? X Defiant movement and sprint out felt better than Vanguard.
Yo, it did. It did.
Yo.
It did. 100%.
Vanguard, yeah.
100%.
I played the beta.
That is crazy.
Or the alpha, or whatever it was.
And yeah, X Defiant still has a way to go. That game still has a way to go as far as like.
But it felt
movement
good.
and-
It felt
but
better.
it felt way better than Vanguard. Like
did.
that felt more COD than Vanguard. Crazy.
Shit, yo, if Vanguard released this holiday, I might play that. No cap. I mean, not Vanguard. X Defiant. If they make the changes and shit that I want them to with some of
When
those
does that
fucking
come
powers, there's no date.
Oh,
But me and Barry were
date.
playing the closed alpha on PC, and it was pretty good. It still needs work in certain areas, like especially with some of the character abilities. And it's why I don't like these ability
It
type
needs a lot of
shooters, man.
balance.
It's too imbalanced, bro. Because if you're using the healing bitch or the shield dude, you're gonna win. Because the dude has two shields. He's got this big old ultimate shield, and then he's got like a grenade shield that he could just throw it whenever, and he could just shoot through it, but you can't shoot him. But the thing is, his teammates can also shoot through it. That's what makes it OP. If it was just him, fine. But the fact that you and your teammates can shoot through that shield, it breaks the game. Because you got a whole team of niggas shooting at you while you sitting there trying to still break the shield. It's OP. It's broken.
How was the gunplay?
Gunplay was
Halo-
pretty cool.
Go ahead.
Gunplay is pretty cool actually. It does feel very COD-ish, which I like. Like it's very good strafing, very good moving. The run and sprint out is pretty solid. It's good. Movement is good. You're definitely gonna feel at home if you play a lot of COD. More so if you play Treyarch CODs. But go ahead, Omar.
Okay.
Do you think Halo gonna be? That's my opinion. I believe Halo is gonna get lost in shuffle. We have Battlefield, Vanguard. We have also Splitgate is also doing numbers.
Yeah, with Splitgate, my thing with Splitgate is they need a PlayStation 5 version for Splitgate. I'm sorry, that game is too fucking muddy for me to be playing that competitively.
720p or something?
It's something like that, but they need a PS5 version ASAP,
Yeah,
right? That's the
ASAP,
first thing.
ASAP.
Second, you need to be able to choose if you want to use an EMP grenade or not, or if you want to
Right.
use a frag grenade or something like that, because I really don't give a fuck about them portals, man. I noticed the thing is that's a big part of the gameplay mechanic, which I get, but I want to be able to choose if I want to have an EMP or a frag or some shit like that, because you can also shoot the portals and destroy them. So I don't really give a fuck about the EMP. The movement is actually pretty, like outside of that, it really is Halo. Like if the movement jumping, well actually the jump thrusters could be a little bit more responsive and be a bit more, because sometimes when you jump, you feel too light. So when you're dropping to the ground, it's like you're like a feather falling to the ground instead of like a person. So they need to fix that.
Open to get popped.
But the thrusters as well, the
Yeah, like
thrusters are too slow.
You drop down so slow, and people that see you in the air, you can't really strafe left or right.
Yeah.
My issue that the movement for that game needs work. We need a slide. There needs to be some type of mantle. You know
There
what I
needs
mean?
to
Where
be
you can
side
get a little
thrusters
ledge.
as well. So for you to like thrust
Yeah.
left or right in the air, they need that.
Yeah, they definitely need that, man, because that will make that game A1. But
Yeah. And they need to make you heavier, and they
That
also
movement.
need to make the thruster faster, because even a thruster, it feel like you're floating in space or some shit. Like it's very weird. Like the thruster needs to feel like an actual jetpack thruster. If they fix that, the game would actually be really good. It'd be a really good free to play. No bullshit. But yo man, final thoughts on this whole overheating console shit, man. Like what's final thoughts and we get up out of here, man? Jamel, man, are people overreacting? Give us your thoughts, man.
Yes, yeah. Unless they actually know how this stuff works and got their diploma and their degree.
I'm a console engineer too.
Unless they got their papers. We need papers. Come on. I gotta show y'all papers.
Hey man, it's time to bring back that
I gotta
papers,
show y'all
please,
papers.
Jamil. It's time, bro.
You gotta show the actual papers. You gotta show your degrees and your diplomas, man. You gotta show us what's going on. Now, y'all engineers are not, because you look at a heat sink, you look at it and say, "Oh, this is not gonna work." From looking at it, right?
I have no experience.
Look at it.
Foolishness.
I have no experience.
Yo, Link, man. Oh, go ahead. My fault, Jamal. Go ahead.
No. I'm just glad you looked at it.
Link, man. Final thoughts.
Yo, I don't know if you guys talked about this, but it looked like NX Gamer trying to put Alex Battaglia in his place. NX Gamer, you know, the guy who does the.
No, I know who NX
Alex,
Gamer is, but Battaglia, who the hell is Alex Battaglia?
Alex from Digital Foundry.
Oh, him.
Yeah, because you know they were going back and forth.
Niggas zoom in 400%.
Yeah, Alex was trying to say that you can't compare Horizon and say it's running better than the PC version because it's got checkerboard in it and all this other shit. But anyway, yeah, I didn't really get to catch much of the show, but you know, I'll be on it next time.
Right on. Yo, Omar, final thoughts.
One thing which is, I agree with you. We shouldn't give these fuckers attention, but the problem is they get attention without us, and they grow too big, and we end up with moments like this where every single person is reporting on it, even if not fact. And you shouldn't believe stuff like that unless it's coming from PlayStation themselves.
Oh shit, here we go, another one. Shout out to Bari. Fanboy journalism at its finest. Xbox is about to leave the PS5 in the dust.
This shit crazy.
Yo, look. Some dude named Eric Kahn, senior contributor. I write about Forbes. I write about video games, entertainment, and culture. It's shit like this. This is gaming journalism in 2021. Bullshit like this. How the fuck is? What importance does this bring to the reader? None.
Nah, they're using Halo Infinite as their stepping stool to leave the PlayStation in its dust.
Cap.
Halo Infinite. They don't
Cap.
care about the game if it's incomplete, not having certain features that every Halo game has. They just care about the title that's being there coming to Xbox. They know this game is coming in.
They care about the fact that it's in Game Pass, and they're also looking at the fact that PlayStation doesn't have a big, like, they don't have that Horizon coming out this holiday. So they're thinking, oh yeah, this is Xbox's chance to strike while the iron's hot and leave PlayStation in the dust. Absolutely not. Cut the cap.
Cut the cap.
Absolutely fucking not. Are you crazy? Absolutely not. But this is game journalism in 2021, and people wonder why PlayStation won't talk to these people. Why? What of value do you bring to the gaming industry? Nothing. Cut the cap.
What's crazy is they don't even care about fixing Halo. Like, I don't understand that. I genuinely don't.
Crazy.
I care about playing a good game. I don't. If PlayStation owned Halo and I've seen Halo like that, you will never hear me say, oh, what about Gears of War? What about this? No, I will be 24 hours talking PlayStation. Look, what the fuck, PlayStation? This is your third party.
See, this is the thing though. It's the same to a lot of these Xbox dudes. When you point out the flaws of Halo, they immediately brought up Last of Us 2 multiplayer and not acknowledging the issues with Halo. That's the problem with this community. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. You got to clean the shit up in your kitchen first before you try to come in my kitchen.
Cut the cap. I have no experience.
Crazy. Anyway, Barry, man, final thoughts, bro.
Cut the cap.
Yeah, shout out to Persona, man. Cut the cap. I have no experience.
I have no experience. I'm a console engineer too. I'm a console engineer too.
Facts, yo. Great show, man. It's good listening and all that stuff coming through. You know, speaking our minds. But yeah, man. Yo, this upcoming holiday season and just September alone it's a lot of stuff coming. So just go out there and play your games and enjoy, man. There's a lot of stuff that you guys can just play, and you know, be careful out there in these Twitter streets. Don't be liking no females tweets. Jesus. Don't retweet them.
I can't wait till you do this show, bro, because I'm really gonna be tuned in like for this show, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to. Now that I'm looking at it, because I muted the conversation. Now I'm seeing too. More people have their you know, their quote tweets, and I'm like, oh, you said something too? Okay, got you. I got you. Jesus. So yeah, I'll be exposing them soon.
Shout out to Barry, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. I appreciate. Yeah, that's gonna be a good show. Don't miss that. I'm gonna be there for that. I'm gonna be listening to that. Yo, listen, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Like I said, I'm small time, man. I ain't shit. I tell you guys this all the time. I ain't shit, but I care about gaming. I care about gaming. I care about this community, and I care about upholding the integrity of gaming. And I think that is what will carry me through. With that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm about to play some COD. Bar, you trying to play COD?
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
I'm about to play COD and chill.
A real COD game.
A real COD game, facts. I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, we had about 165, 170 people in here. I appreciate all of you. I do. I really, really do, man. Listen, I'm pretty sure I'm doing another show this week because I think PlayStation's going to have an event this week. This is on my own speculation, insider persona, but let's remember, guys.
I have no experience.
I have no experience as an insider, guys. I'm only telling you what I think based off the things that I'm seeing. Because again, why do we have to wait till September 2nd to pre-order Horizon? Makes no sense to me. They could have put it up the day it was announced at Opening Night Live for Jeff Keighley. Everything else went up that day, except for Horizon Zero Dawn. Some specials happening on that day. And so if an event does get announced tomorrow, which I think it will, it might not be super big, pause. It might be just a quick little state of play, right? Showing off the collector's edition and what might come or whatever, or so a couple other games. It might be something small time, but it's gonna be something. And if it is, remember that you heard it here from your friendly neighborhood console engineer persona.
I'm a console engineer too.
And with that being said, guys, I appreciate you. Please be safe. Enjoy your nights. And I'll see you guys later in the week, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. What's Up PlayStation Podcast with me and Bari. And we out, guys. Peace.
Later.
Yes, sir.